I'm with Gary Jenkins, former detective in the Kansas City Police Department Intelligence Unit. One of the issues that is a continuing mystery in the whole world of mafia writing and journalism is what happened to Lefty Rosenthal's car. It blew up, parking lot of Tony Roma's in Las Vegas in the early 80s. To this day, no one has really nailed down who blew it up. There are theories. Gary, you have offered some conjecture that it may have been Kansas City related. Could you explain that?
Well, you know, Larry, in reviewing all these wiretaps, the audio, and I've got the transcripts to all the wiretaps that were gathered investigating the mob scam from Las Vegas, Nick Savella and Tuffy Luna were talking continuously about Lefty Rosenthal and how he was drawing too much heat and what a pain he was. And Nick used the word snitch several times. I think he's snitching. He's snitching out there. I think he's snitching. And he would have been, he was not, let me put it to you this way. Everybody was indicted. By the time that explosion happened, people had been indicted for those crimes, the heads of the mob in Chicago, Cleveland, Milwaukee, and Kansas City. Alan Glick, they knew the owner of the Stardust, who Lefty worked for, had come in as a witness. He was going to testify. Lefty Rosenthal was not indicted. He was not named as an unindicted co-conspirator. He was not scheduled to testify. He was just out there, and everybody knew he was in the center of everything. So it would be a question, well, how come nothing's happening to him? Well, it'd be pretty easy to figure he was what we've learned since then. And the FBI will never admit this because they just don't do it, and I don't blame them. He was a top echelon informant, which meant that they were never going to up him unless it was to save his life, or if for some reason he blew that opportunity to remain a top echelon informant. So he was a top echelon informant, and it was pretty easy to figure out. If you were in the know, it would have been easy to figure out. And we had 2 or 3 bombings in Kansas City like that, where they put a bomb in a car or under a car, and it was detached, or it was exploded with a remote control. We'd had several of those. We had one just about this time where another mob guy was killed by the Savella family. And the others that they'd done that we know about had been placed by people controlled by the mob, the Savella family. So that's why I believe that Nick Savella did that, because I think they were still afraid that he would come in, and I know he had at least one direct conversation with Nick Savella about this skimming activity, and I believe that's why he was killed.
Thank you, Gary Jenkins.